into the second legs. Now we go for the first qualifying round for the Europa Conference League. Who's edging closer to the next round of stages? Oh, of course, who's edging all the way out? We're going to take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks. Pat was giving a prediction video. Today we take a look at the Europa Conference League qualifying rounds. It's the first qualifying round, second legs, of course, with teams edging a little bit closer to, of course, the illustrious money-spinning group stages. We'll take a look at it, all of it, in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs there, the Patreons, guys. You know who you are. But, of course, if you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button, keep banging today. All things European football-related, Blabbing-related, world football-related. We got it all here, boys. And Ruski, of course, we have been predicting, of course, these games for seasons in, season out, and of course we'd like to get in there down and dirty with the, of course, the qualifying campaigns, but we'll get into that in a minute. Of course, make sure you get involved with the channel, smash your subscribe, of course, to keep you bang up to date with everything you got in this tournament. So anyway, let's get the deep end then, shall we? Of course, have a look at, of course, what went on in the first legs. Of course, it is for fun. If you want to get your picks in, please do so down below. Of course, when we get to the nitty-gritty, of course, of the money spinning champions, the group stages, will be back with, of course, a prediction league. So let's get into it then, shall we, and have a look at how we all got on with the first legs, and of course my pickaroos. Then here we go, here they come. There's a lot to take in, so get involved, sit down, strap yourself in, and have a little look. So Gżira United against Escaldes end up as a 1-1 draw in the end. I just want to make sure I got that right. Hang tight, because I put these in there. Where are we? What did I say? Gżira United. Gżira United. We'll be flying through these. I just want to make sure I got this right. Where are you? Who's the other one? Escaldes. Okay, 1-1. So it was a 1-1 draw. I've got it right. So the score is on the left-hand side. My pick's on the right. I went with a 1-0 win for Gżira United. I got it wrong. Meanwhile, St. Joseph, they picked up a 0-0 draw against Larne. Of course, they'll duke it out in the second leg, hoping to turn things around. So far, not great with me. Meanwhile, into Turku, kicking themselves off with a win. 1-0 win for them. I went with a 2-0, so not too shabby there. Víkingur, of course, also big winners for them over Europa. I went with a 3-0 win, just the 1-0 win in the end. Alashkert picked up a 1-0 win. I went with a 1-1 draw. Hamrun Spartans there. We'll see if they can turn it around the second leg. Santa Coloma, and they also picked up a loss. I went with a win for them, but I got Breiðablik, which with the big win there. Pogoń, Szczecin, big winners. They were 4-1 win over Reykjavík. I went with a 2-0 win. Banja Luka also picked up a cheeky 2-0 win over Tórshavn. I went the other way. UEFA Saburtalo, they did play a Partizani, ended up as a 1-0 win for Partizani. Got the one bang on point. The Magpies took on the Crusaders, and they picked up a cheeky 2-1 win. I went with the 1-0 win, so not too shabby there. Pogoń, also they beat Dila Gżira 2-0 in the end in the first leg. Is it already good game over? We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, we got Flora picked up a win over SJK Seinäjoki. Of course, 1-0 win was the final score there. 3-1 for me. Panevėžys picked up a 0-0 draw against Melsamai. Of course, Breiðablik picked up a 2-0 win over Žalgiris there. I went the other way. Sinfield, Georgia picked up a 2-1 loss against Mura. I went with a 3-0 win for Sinfield, Georgia. But of course, Mura in comfortable control there. And Dynamo Tbilisi 3-2 loss. I went with a 3-1 win the other way. So it helter-skelter in that first batch of games. But we've got more for you, folks. Olympic Ljubljana picked up a 1-1 draw against Difidonja de Luxembourg. Floriana out of Malta coming at you with a 0-0 draw. And with the 1-1 draw there. KF Gjilani 0-0 draw against Escaldes. Dynamo Minsk picked up a draw against Turku. I went with a draw myself. Bang on point there. KF Gjilani picked up a 1-0 win over Ljubljana. Tórshavn against Newtown was a win for Tórshavn. 1-0 win on the home leg there. Ballatown against Silgo Rovers. A bit of a British Isles affair there with a 2-1 win for Silgo Rovers. I went with a 3-0 win for Silgo Rovers on that one. KF Seinäjoki with a 79 coming out of wherever they're coming out of. I guess FC Adat. 2-0 win for them. I went with the 2-1 win. Fola Esch coming out of Luxembourg. Lost to Trey Flori there. I went with the other way. Of course, Lech de Gdansk. Big 4-1 winners over Pandev. Budapest Budapest. Big 2-0 win over Lapli. DAC Dunjanska Strenda with a big 2-1 win over Cliftonville. I went with the 1-1 draw. Trey Penne out of San Marino. 2-0 loss. Was the final score to Tuzla City, and Derry City against Riga was the 2-0 win for Riga. One with the 2-1 win myself. Wow, that's of course the state of play there. in the first legs. And we're now going to take a look at the second legs in just 1 second. Now, of course, if you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe and keep banging today. All things Europa Conference League related, Bab and Rose related, world football related. We're going to all here, boys, under a one Ruski. So we are going to go into the second legs. Now, of course, the second legs are, well, next. Of course, the winners of these on aggregate will go through to the second qualifying round, which will, of course, take place on the 21st of July. No rest for the wicked, guys. And, of course, the actual group stages kick off all the way forward into the 8th of September. That's right. Of course, waiting in the wings. There'll be some losers from the Champions League in there. Also, we are waiting in, of course, the second qualifying round. Some bigger boys in the young boys. Burner in there already. Rapid Vienna, Motherwell, of course, from Scotland. Paok as well. AEK from Sweden. They're already waiting, of course, for some winners. Any other big boys? We've got Apol Nicosia as well. A couple of Israeli sides. So it does get a little bit spicy. A couple of Turkish sides as well. But anyway, let's wait. We've got to get into the deep end with these ones now. Let's kick it all off with the next round, which are called the second legs, which will be... Am I going to find it? Is it going to be easier to go this way? We're going to have a little look, aren't we? Of course, it's Atlétic Escaldes coming at you up against Gżira United, and we're going to hopefully find out. Of course, Gżira United coming out of Malta, Athletic Club Escaldes coming out of Andorra. Of course, and these two sides did play recently. We'll talk about that in a momento. Why can't I see that then? Why can't I see that? There is it. Is it there? Escaldes, where are you? Where are you, Escaldes? There you are. Got no odds on this one, but of course, coming at you on around about the 14th of July. That's right, 14th of July coming at you, of course, Athletic Club Escaldes against Gżira United. Taking place over in Matey Boy, Andorra. Of course, played each other just the one time. It was a draw last time around. Of course, Athletic Club coming into just 1 win in 5 for them, 50% form. Up against Gżira United, unbeaten in the last 3 games, 50% form for them. Of course, last time around it was a 1-1 draw over in Malta. That's right, 1-1 it wasn't in the end. Of course, looking forward to this game. I'm sure the guys are, of course, but prior to this, Athletic Club picked up a 4-1 win over Extremadura in the Andorra Cup final, looks like. Gżira United, though, coming to on the back of the 2-1 win over Hibernians, which, of course, took place on the 5th of July, or the actually 7th of May. 7th of May, that's right, of course, way back when. So it's been a long time, of course, since they've been both in action. Again, go with my gut here. My gut says a 1-0 win for Athletic Club Escaldes. I'll take a look at the aggregate scorelines at the end of it. Moving forward, though, it's Larne. Of course, Larne coming at you out of Northern Ireland up against St. Joseph's for Gibraltar. Let's get into this one. It's so hard with so many weird ass teams, no disrespect. It's just very difficult. There it is, of course, coming at you as well on the 14th of July. That's right, played each other just the one time. We'll talk about it in a minute. Larne, though, is just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form up against St. Joseph's. Now just 1 defeat past 4 for them, 58% form. Of course, last time I played each other was a 0-0 draw. That was over in Gibraltar. And of course, moving forward, both sides have not been in action since that game. Of course, all eyes are on this one. Got nothing good to go for this one, except for the odds. I do have odds. 5-2 on is Gjilan. The of course favourite for this one. 7-2 is draw. 30-2 is your St. Joseph on this one. I am back in, of course, Larne to get the W here. 2-1 win in the end, but will it be enough? Of course, with the aggregate scoreline, we'll have to little look at that a little bit later on. Turku, of course, next up. They're taking on Drita Gjilan. Of course, can I find it? Is there a quicker way to find this one? Let's try that. Turku, found it? No. Bollocks to it, have we? Bloody hell. It's so difficult to find anybody here. There we are. They actually take place on Tuesday, the 12th of July. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, that's right, over in Drita, which, of course, is Kosovo. It's a Turku from Finland. Played just the one time. Drita coming into this, just 1 win in the past 4 for their 58% form. Turku, though, just one defeat past 6, 75% form. Of course, they did play each other in Finland last time around. It was a 1-0 win for them. Of course, Turku in action against Drita. That was their last game. There's nothing in between these two games. We do have odds on this one. Odds go 30-10 for Drita. 9-4 is your draw. 21-10 is, of course, your away side here. So the hosts are favoured to win this game, and they've got to turn it around from the first legs. I'm actually going to go with a 1-1 draw, which, of course, if you get your calculators out, which would send into Turku through to the next round. Europa up against Víkingur, of course. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, Europa coming out of Gibraltar, I believe, up against Víkingur coming out of Faroe Islands. Played just one time. Of course, Europa won 3, lost 3 over the last 6, 50% form. Víkingur coming into this, winning 5 in the bounce, including a 1-0 win over Europa last time round, of course, in the Faroe Islands. Víkingur haven't lost in the last 9 games, and they've also a winning streak of the last 3 matches at home. Of course, the odds for this one then shall we take place on the 14th, of course, of July. I've lost it. I've bloody well lost it. Where are you? Where are you? well, I'm sure Víkingur is your favourite. Why? I just had it. I bloody just had it. So there it is. 13-10 is Europa, of course, on this one. 9-4 is your 20-10 is your away win. That's Víkingur. So actually, hosts Europa are favoured to win this game. I've gone with a cheeky 0-0 draw, and I believe that's enough for Víkingur to go through to the next stage. Kicking on forward, it'll be Hamrun Spartans up against FC Alashkert. We'll take a look at that badger if I can find it. Where is it? There it is. Of course, Hamrun Spartans. Where are they from? Alashkert, coming out of Armenia. Flavron Spartans coming out of Malta. That's right. Played just one time. Spartans coming to just one defeat past 4 for them, 42% form up against the Alashkert side, who are unbeaten in the last 8 games. Wow. Of course, they played just a 1-0. It was for Alashkert last time around over in Armenia, and of course, the bookies will favour them quite substantially. If I can find it, there is 23-10 is your Hamrun Spartans coming out of Malta. 30-10 is your Alashkert. That's where I'm going. I'm going with the way win here. Actually, going with a draw here, 2-2, but it should be enough with aggregate scoreline to send them through. Next up, of course, we have Breiðablik against UE Santa Coloma. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Wherever the bloody hell it is. Breiðablik up against Matey Boys. Santa Coloma, where are you? Santa Coloma coming out of Andorra, Breiðablik coming out of Iceland, taking place over in Iceland. Where is it? Santa Coloma. Where are you? Bad boy. It's so hard to find it. There it is, right at the bottom there. Of course, taking place on the 14th of July. Of course, played just one time since 2022. Of course, it was a win for Breiðablik. The Icelanders, of course, coming into unbeaten the last 5. And of course, up against the Santa Coloma side, who've picked up a 50% form for them. 1-2 lost to and drawn to. Just one win in the last 5 for them heading into this. Of course, 1-0 win it was last round over in Andorra. Of course, this time it take place over in Iceland. Both sides have not been in action since this game. So, of course, quite straight back into the thick of things for these. 11-2 on is your Breiðablik coming out of Iceland. 6-1 is draw. 12-1 is your long shots. That's Santa Coloma. Which way have I gone? I've gone with the hosts. That's right. 2-0 win for them to take it to the house. KR Reykjavík out of Iceland. Also up against Pogoń Szczecin, I believe, coming out of Matey Boys. Where are they? They're coming out of Poland, right? Where are you? So Reykjavík is over on this side. The Polish fellas should be on this side. And there we are. That's right. So Poland up against Iceland in that sort of way. Of course, locking horns as well on the 14th of July. They've locked horns, of course, one time in the past. Reykjavík coming to just 1-6 of them, 33% form up against a Pogoń Szczecin side, unbeaten the last 6, 75% form for them. Of course, they do come into this with a comfortable 4-1 win over in Poland. That was, of course, back on the 7th of July. The odds though for this one then, shall we? Got 4-1 is your Reykjavík, 7-4 on is your Pogoń Szczecin, and 65 is your draw. You got to back the Polish boys on the I am going with another big win, 3-2 in the end, which of course, get your calculators out, should be a comfortable win for them over the 2 legs. B36 Tórshavn up against Banja Luka. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, there we go. B36 Tórshavn. Where are they coming out of? Up against Banja Luka. Where are they? Banja Luka coming out of Bosnia, Borsik 36 Tórshavn coming out of the Faroes. Of course, played just one time, B36 Tórshavn, just 1 win in 6, 17% form. Up against the Banja Luka side, of course, 50% form for them. 1-2 lost to and drawn to. Of course, the previous leg was a 2-0 win over Banja Luka in Bosnia. And of course, they fancy the chances in this game. The odds for this one then, shall we? 17-4 is your Tórshavn here, 6-4 on is your Banja Luka, and 13-5 is your draw. I'm going with the bookies here. I'm going with the draw here, 1-1 in the end, which again should be enough for Banja Luka to go through in the end. Next up we have with Partizani up against FC Saburtalo. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Partizani coming out of Albania up against Saburtalo Tbilisi, Georgia. Coming at you on the 14th of July. Played just the one time, of course. It was that 1-0 win the previous leg. Partizani unbeaten the last 6 games, picking up 5 wins and 1 draw, 92% form up against the Saburtalo side, who just 1 defeat past 4 for them, 50% form as well. 1-2 lost to and drawn to. It was a winning win over for Partizani over Saburtalo in Albania. And of course, they're coming to us with the bookies, looking at them very, very much so. We've got 6-5 is your Partizani, 9-4 is your Saburtalo, and we got 23-10 is your draw here. Back in, of course, a win for Partizani here, 2-1 win, 2-0 win in the end, which of course will be a comfortable 3-0 win to go through to the other side. Next up we have Crusaders up against Magpies. That's right, Crusaders out of Northern Ireland. Of course, Bruno's Magpies coming out of Gibraltar. This match taking place over in Northern Ireland. Of course, played just the one time. Of course, it was the previous encounter. 25% form for Crusaders up against Magpies, who've won 4 and lost 2 of the last 67% form heading into this as well. 2-1 it was over for the Magpies in Gibraltar last time round. And have they been in action since? I don't think so. No, they have not. Of course, the bookies odds for this one, we have 5-2 Onish Crusaders, 54 is your draw, and 13-2 is your Magpies. Magpies have the lead in the aggregate scoreline. And a 2-0 win for the Crusaders will make it very, very spicy for the calculators in a second. Dila Agora up against Kupion PS. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? If we can bloody find it in the needle in the haystack. That is this bad boy. There we go. Adila Gori coming at you in a second. Up against Kupion. We look at Dila Gora, Kupion, somebody boys. There they are. Of course, Kupion coming out of Finland. Of course, Dila Gora coming out of Georgia. Of course, they play each other just one time. Of course, this match will take place over in Georgia. 50% form for Dila Gora. Of course, just one win in 5 for them. 50% form though. Up against matey boys. Cups, of course, 75% form for them. Just one defeat past 6. Of course, they did play each other last time around. It was a 2-0 win for Cooper. Coming out of Finland, of course, and the odds for this badger, I was so quick to find them here. 11-8 is your Dila Gora, 90-10 is your cups on this one, 25 is your draw. So the hosts are favoured to win this game. I don't know which way to go on this one. I'm going with a 1-0 win for Dila Gora. Again, I don't know if that's enough for them to go through. Next, we're going for SJK Seinäjoki up against FC Flora. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Of course, FC Flora coming out of Estonia. SJK coming out of Finland as well. Places just one time, of course, we'll talk about that in a minute. 33% form for SJK Seinäjoki. Just 1 win and 6 for them up against the Flora Thailand side. Unbeaten the last 6. In fact, they haven't lost in the last 7 heading into this, including a 1-0 win over SJK Seinäjoki last time around. Of course, the odds for this one then, shall we? We've got, what do we got going on here? Where are you? I found it before, but I've lost it. It's 20-10 is your SJK on this one. 23-10 is your draw. 30-10 is your away win on this one. Going to go with a cheeky 3-1 win in the end for FC Flora. Moving on, we got FC Magpies up against FK Panevėžys. Easier for you to say. Let's take a look at these bad boys then, shall we? If I can find them, they're probably under a different name, aren't they? Always tricky little bad boys. There we are. I've got them. Magpies against Panevėžys. A favourite game of the whole flipping tournament here. Easy for you to say, isn't it? There they are. Of course, Panevėžys coming out of Lithuania. Magpies coming out of Moldova. That's right. Of course, taking place on the 14th of July. They played just one time. Of course, heading into this 58% form for Magpies. Just 1 defeat past 6. However, drawn 3 on the bounce. Up against Panevėžys, of course, just 1 defeat past 4 for them. 42% form heading into this match. Of course, they did draw last round over in Panevėžys. That was in Lithuania. Of course, this match will take place in Moldova. Of course, the odds for this one then, shall we? Got 2-1 for the hosts, 13-10 for the visitors, 23-10 is your draw. I'm back in, of course, a 1-1 draw in the end with an asterisk. I don't know what that means. It might be penalties or something like that, but we'll have a look in a second. Next, of course, we have Kanyo Salgris up against, of course, MFK Roznovnic. Another one easy for you to say. Bad boys, where are you? Where are you? So hard, so difficult to find the numbers on this one. But I want to give you my best. Mura, is that it? No, Zalgaris, Mura next. Oh, gotcha. Zalgaris up against Rozjobnic. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Bum, 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 bum. Where are they coming out of? Where are they coming out of? Where are you coming out of? Rozjobnic coming out of Slovenia. Kaunas coming out of Lithuania. That's right. Again, taking place on the 14th of July. Kaunas coming into just 1 defeat past 6-7% form up against the Rozjobnic. Just won a win in the last 4 for their 58% form. Of course, Rozjobnic picked up a 2-0 win last time around over Kaunu, over in Rozjobnic, which was, where is that again? I've bloody forgotten. It's Lithuania, right? That's right. Maybe. No, Slovenia. That's right. Of course, heading into this one, what do we have on the odds? Zalgris 10-3 is your host here. 12-5 is yours. 20-17 on is your Rozjobnic. So the away side are favoured to win this game. I've gone with a 1-1 draw myself, which means I cannot separate the two sides on this leg. Meanwhile, moving forward, Mura take on Sidful Georgia. That's right. Of course, let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Mura coming out of Slovenia as well, up against Sidful Georgia coming out of Moldova. Plays just one time. 42% form for Mura. Sidful Georgia coming to this 5 defeats on about 17% form for them. 2-1 it was last time out for Mura, of course, and the odds for this one, 23 on is your, of course, your Mura favoured to win this one. 4-1 is your, 9-1 is your long shots. That's Georgia. Back in, of course, Mura here with a 3-0 win. And, of course, aggregate scorelines are coming at you. Escaldes will go through. Larne will go through. Drita Gjilan will also go through with a 2-1 win as well. Europa will crash out. Víkingur will go through with a 1-0 win there. Alashkert, 3-2 winners over Spartans. We got Santa Coloma crashing out with Breiðablik. Big win for Pogoń Szczecin there. B36 Tórshavn crash out. Banja Luka go through. Saburtalo out. Partizani through. Crusaders Crusaders will go through as well. Magpies are out. Kupion go through with the 2-1 win over there. Flora also going through. They're joined by Panevėžys there with a 1-1 draw on penalties, I believe. And then, of course, Rozabnich with a 3-1 win there. And, of course, wrap it up. 3-1 win for 5-1 win for Mura in that leg. Let's go to the next ones. Of course, ain't no slack in here, boys. We've got a lot to talk about. And, of course, a little time to get into it. Let's get into it then. Who are these ones? It is Dynamo Tbilisi. Dynamo Tbilisi, where are you? Where are you? They're up against Partizani. Is that right? No, that's the wrong Tbilisi. Bloody fine. And where are you? Where are you, Tbilisi? We're going to fight. There you are, of course. Let's get into this one. Tbilisi out of Georgia. Paid Limassol coming out of Estonia. 3-2 it was the first leg. Of course, taking place on the 14th of July as well. 67% form for matey boys there. Paid Limassol, of course, just wanted to be about 6 up against the Tbilisi side for 1-3 and lost 3 of the last 50% form, of course. Tbilisi did lose last time, 3-2 loss. They are not in action, of course, until this game. Same can be said for the visitors. And the odds here, 11-4 is your host, 10-11 or 11-10 on is your Tbilisi here, 13-5 is your. It's going to be a tough order for the away side here, but I've gone with a 2-1 win for them. And again, get your calculators out to see if they get over the line and take the 3 points. Next we have Differdange coming out of Luxembourg up against Olympia Ljubljana, and probably one of the games of the round here. Differdange, of course, will fancy the chances on this one. Where are we? Differdange. Where are you? Of course, there you are, coming out of Luxembourg, of course. Ljubljana coming out of Slovenia. 1-1 it was on the first leg, 14th of July this one. 92% form for Differdange, just one draw the last 6, unbeaten the last 8. Up against the Ljubljana side, just 1 win in the past 5 for them, 58% form for them heading into this. 1 win and the last 5, 1 defeat past 6. Of course, it was the draw last round over in Slovenia. The odds for this one then, shall we? Where do we go on this? 10-3 is Differdange, 65 on is your Ljubljana, and 5-2 is your draw. Back in the Luxies, aren't we? 2-1 win for them on the night. Will it be enough to go through on aggregate? We'll have a look in a second. Petro Cup up against Floriana. Petro Cup up against Floriana. Where the heck are you in this list of games? There we are. Petro Cup up against Floriana. Floriana out of Malta. Petro Cup coming out of Moldova. Played each other just the one time. 90% form for Petro Cup heading into this. Unbeaten in the last 6 games up against Floriana side. 75% form for them. Unbeaten the last 8. They did draw last round over in Malta. This time coming at you at Moldova. The odds for this one. Where are you? Petro Cup. 5-3 on for the host here. 11-4 short. 5-1 is your long shots. That's Floriana. Going to back a draw here. 1-1 down the middle. I don't know which way to go. Do you? Let me know down below. Meanwhile, FC Lachi. They're going to be taking on Iska on the road here. If we can find this one. There we are. Lachi. Of course, they were a decent little side one time or another. When I say decent at this level, Lachi coming out of Albania against Iskra coming out of Montenegro. These two sides played just one time. Of course, Iskra just won 2 wins in the last 6, 42% form. Meanwhile, Lachi also 2 wins in the last 6, 42% form. Of course, they did draw last round over in Lachi. That's right. Of course, over in Albania this time. Of course, going over to Montenegro. The odds for this one then, shall we? What do we have on this one? Lachi, Iskra 12-5 for the victory. 23-20 is your Lachi, and 23-10 is your draw. Tight. Going to go with the 1-win for the hosts here, sending Lachi home. Deci Tuzi up against Dynamo Minsk. Let's get into this one then. Straight there. No mucking about. Dynamo Minsk. Where are you on my little list of destiny here? So you would have been at home first. Minsk coming out of where is it? Is it Georgia? Dynamo Minsk. I'm blind. I'm bloody blind. Blind. Minsk coming out of Belarus, that's right. Deci coming out of Montenegro, of course, plays just one time. Dedic with the one win in the last 6, 25% form for them, up against the Minsk side, who just won for about 6, 67% form heading into this. It was a draw last round over in Minsk, but this time around, of course, taking place in Montenegro. The odds for this one, we have 21-10 as your host, 5-4 is your Minsk, 23-10 is your draw. Let's go with 2-1 for Deci and Susie here, which will be a surprise, sending Minsk out, I believe. We'll have to confirm that in just a second. Next, we'll have Ljubljana up against Giljani. Of course, everyone's favourite match here. Wherever the bloody hell it is. There, that's not it. There it is, top of the shop. Let's get into this one then, shall we? It is Ljubljana up against Giljani. Let's take a look at the first. Giljani coming out of Kosovo. Ljubljana coming out of Latvia. Played just the one time. Ljubljana just won in 6 of them, 33% up against Giljani side, who picked up 2 wins in the last 4 games, 58% form, of course, including a 1-0 win last time around. The odds for this one, we're going straight into the odds here. We've got 13-8 on as your Ljubljana here, 13-5 is your draw, 5-1 is long shot. So the hosts are favoured to win this game, but Dirkie Copeland's gone with a cheeky 1-1 draw, and again, cannot separate the two two sides. Newtown up against HB, of course. Newtown from Wales, HB from Faroes, of course, taking place over in Newtown, of course, in Wales. Now these two sides have locked horns just the one time. Of course, we talked about it in a minute. Of course, Newtown just 1 minute 6 for them, 33% form up against a HB Tórshavn side who are unbeaten. At least just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 83% form. Of course, 1-0 it was, I guess, for HB Tórshavn last time around. They were the home side, of course. This time they'll be on the away side here. The odds for this one, though, we have 11-5 is Newtown, 6-5 is Tórshavn, and 12-5 is draw. I'm back in a bit of a surprise here. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Newtown. Will it be enough, though? Will it be enough? We'll have to look at it in a minute. Bit of a British Isles encounter once again. It is Shilgo Rovers up against Bala Town. Let's get into the deep end on this one, if I can bloody well find it. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There we are. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it while it's hot. Got it while it's hot. Bala Town. Where are you on this one? Bala Town coming out of Wales, Sugar Rose coming out of Ireland. 14th of July, of course, they'll lock horns again. Previous encounter was a 2-1 win for Silgo Rovers. They come to 83% form for them, unbeaten at least the last 6 games, 7 match home run as well. Meanwhile, Bala Town just won to win in the last 3 for them, 67% form, of course. Not been in action as well since this game, so of course they'll be looking forward to this one. Look at their lips. 9-4 on Silgo Rovers, 7-2 is your 11-2 is your Bala Town. I'm backing, of course, Silgo Rovers to win this one comfortably, 3-1 win in the end to take it to the house. FC Arat up against KF Shendenga 79. Yerevan. Yes, we're on it. We're on it. Of course, Arat Yerevan coming to pretty shitty form, though. 5 defeats on the spin for them, 70% form up against Shendenga Tevido. Just 1 defeat past 6, 58% form. Of course, last time there was a 2-0 win for Shendenga Tevido. That was over in, of course, Macedonia. Of course, Arat Yerevan coming out of Armenia. The odds for this one then, shall we? What have we got going on? We got 13-10 for Arat on this one. 13-10 is your 2-1 is your away win here. I've gone with a 2-1 win for the hosts, which of course, when I look at that form, looks like a bit of a doo-doo. So maybe rethink about that one if you want to go for the gusto on this one. Next, of course, we have Trey Flory up against Fola Esch. Of course, Trey Flory from San Marino, I believe. Flora Esch coming out of Luxembourg, of course, play each other again. This time on the 14th of July, 50% form for Trey Flory coming out of San Marino up against Fola Esch side, who just won once the past 4, 58% form for them. Of course, Trey Flory did pick up a win last round. Of course, the San Marinos away from home. Big result that, of course, back on the 7th of July. The odds for this one, though, Trey Flory 90-4 for the victory, 65 is your 50-8 on for the victory for Fola Esch on the road. That is, of course, for this leg and this leg alone. Going to go with a cheeky 2-0 win for Flory on this one, over Flora Esch, which, of course, goes against the grain. Bit of a surprise one for me on this one. There you are. Lechia Gdansk up against Akademia Pandev on the 14th of July. Of course, Gdansk coming in with a comfortable lead in the first leg. Let's take a little look at this one, and then shall we, if I can find it. Is there any need? Is there any need to talk about it? Because they had such a comfortable lead in the first leg. There we go. Pandev, of course, coming out of Matey Boys, wherever the heck they are. Macedonia up against Lechia Gdansk, out of Poland, of course. Pandev just 1 win in the past 6, 70% form up against the Lechia Gdansk side. Just 1 defeat past 6 for them, 75% form heading into this match. For what it was last round over in Poland, of course, with the odds for this one, 61 for the host, 2-1 on is your Gdansk here, and 3-1 is your draw. I'm back in a 2-1 win for Gdansk here over Pandev, and again, comfortable win for them to go through to the next stage. KF Lapli up against Budapest Bognokcia, of course, another big name for this sort of stage. There we go, KF Lapli up against Budapest Bognokcia, coming out of Montenegro. Lapli coming out of Kosovo, of course, played just one time. Lapli, though, just 1 6 for them, 25% form up against Budapest Bognokcia, unbeaten in the last 6 games, 75% form, including a 2-0 win last time around. Of course, the odds for this one, though, Budapest Bognokcia 11-8 for the ratio, 2-1 is your Lapli, and 9-4 is your draw. Back in, of course, Budapest Bognokcia with a big fat win, 1-0 win for them to take it to the house. Cliftonville up against Dukans Streda, of course, I like them because they got a cool name. Of course, Streda coming out of Slovenia, Cliftonville coming out of Northern Ireland, played just one time. Cliftonville with a 1 win in the last 6, 70% form for them up against the Streda, 75% form for them. Just 1 defeat to past 6. 2-1 it was last time round over in wherever it was, Slovenia. Of course, coming at you though, the odds for this one then, shall we? I'm blind. Where they are, of course, 13-5 is Cliftonville, even Stevens for you do Streda, 5-2 is your draw. Back in, of course, the DAC bad boys with a 2-2 draw, which again should be enough on the bloody road. Next, of course, we have Tuzla City up against Trey Penny. I'm trying to remember where they're from. Where are you? Trey Penny, there we go. And they are from San Marino up against Tuzla City from Bosnia, of course. Tuzla City with a 1-0 win. 2-0 win last round. Of course, in the first leg, 67% form for them, unbeaten the last 6. Up against the Trey Penny side of 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6. 50% form heading into this game. Of course, 2-0 was over in Tuzla in Bosnia last time round. Of course, looking forward to this one. A 22-1 on is your Tuzla City. 40-1 long shots is your Trey Penny. 11-1 is sure. If there's anything guaranteed, it was the home win here. Tuzla City, of course, and Riga take on Derry City on this one. Final one, Riga coming out of Latvia. Of course, Derry City coming out of Ireland. They played each other just the one time. Riga with a big 2-0 win last round. 75% form for them. 1 defeated past 6. Up against the Derry side, also 1 defeat past 6. 67% form. Of course, they did play each other in Ireland last time around. Of course, big win for Riga. Of course, take it to them on the home leg. 11-8 on for Riga on this, and 5-2 draw. 4-1 is your long shots. I am back in, of course, a 3-0 win for Riga, which will be comfortable enough to take the W on this one. So let's take a look at the aggregate scorelines then. I believe Tbilisi will go through on penalties. Differdange will go through 3-2 on the night on aggregate as well. Penalties for Petro Cub, they are through. Iskra Danilad with a 1-0 win. Of course, we got Deci Tuzi also joining them. Kel Gjilani are through there. Tórshavn will crash out. Newtown go through. Silga Rovers with a big 5-2 win for them. FC Adak crash out. KF Seinäjoki going through. SP Trey Flora with a comfortable win in my eyes. Lech Gdansk comfortable they were. Podolskis Poknokia with a 3-0 win as well. 4-3 it will be for DAC Dushonska. And of course, Tuzla City with a 4-1 win. And joining them will be Riga with a 5-0 win in the end. Be sure to smash your subscribe, boys and girls. Of course, join me as we continue to watch Europa League as we, of course, the season bubbles. But that is it. Make sure you smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, smash the little bell. Of course, until then, boys and girls, we'll see you around for, of course, the next round, which will be the second qualifying round. And hopefully some more names, familiar names will be there to make it a little bit easier for me, pronunciation-wise. But that is it. Till then, boys and girls, I'm done right now.